Hey guys, what's up? So we've got a new Synchro monster that's coming to Rise of the Duelist, and it actually supports the Chaos archetype within itself. This is Chaos Ruler, the Chaotic Demonic Dragon. This is level 8 Dark Dragon Synchro effect monster with 3000 attack and 2500 defense. It requires 1 tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner monsters, and you can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. So 1, if this card is synchro summoned, you can excavate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you do, add 1 excavated light or dark monster to your hand, also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. 2, you can banish 1 light and 1 dark monster from your hand and or graveyard, and special summon this card from your graveyard, but it is banished if it leaves the field. Now the stat line on this is the same as something like a Blue Eyes White Dragon. It's a decent attack and defense coverage if necessary, even if you just want to use it as a beta. The materials required for it are not specific, so most decks would be able to run this so long as you're running tuner monsters. The first effect is also very useful for the archetype, as if you're able to search for one of your chaos monsters, you might be able to bring that out in the same turn, especially since you're sending the rest of the cards you've got to the graveyard. If you're sending at least 1 light and 1 dark to the graveyard, you can basically bring out something like Chaos Sorcerer or Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Beginning. This can actually stack up the damage you can do within a turn to potentially OTK. The second effect actually works in relation to the first effect as well, because you could be sending light and dark monsters from your deck to the graveyard. So if your opponent has anything that can destroy this card, you'll be able to bring it back by just banishing cards that are already existing in your graveyard as of the first effect. This shows quite a level of synergy between the two effects. The only downside is that this card is banished when it leaves the field, so you'll probably have to be running cards like Pot of Acquisitiveness, I believe that's the card, to hopefully bring it back to the graveyard and to be able to recover it from there. Generally speaking, I think this is a very powerful card, and I could see it being played in quite a few decks. It being a dragon support card, there are many spell and traps that support this, and also it being a dark card, there are also lots of support for this. Do you like this card? I expected more chaos based cards within this set. Leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe.